Why did the shrimp refuse to share his treasure? Because he was a little shellfish. Oh, hey. Hey, welcome to class. This is World Studies, Advanced World Studies. Welcome to the big leagues. If you're watching this video, that means you've already uploaded your badges. So good job on that. There should have been 2 of them, onboarding as well as the survey you turned in. Let's get started with this course tour. Here's our homepage. On here we've got the course welcome, and we have a lot of important links. Important thing to know right here, the contact block. I'm Mr. Yund. I'm your primary teacher. Here's my phone number, my email, and some other important links. We're going to get started at the bottom on the links. We've got announcements, where all the announcements for the courses is, of course, archived. Course news, things like welcome back, when assignments are due, when virtual lessons are canceled, and what they are about. Things like that, maybe news on projects and important due dates. Down here on the bottom, we have a whole bunch of links. We have Canvas Help, which is a link just to the Canvas Help page. It's not a PALX thing, that's by Canvas. Grades will obviously give you a good indication of how you're doing in my course. Are you missing anything? How well are you doing on these things? It's very much a traditional grade book. The resource page here has websites on it that we use in class. Things like news websites and Nearpod History Channel, things like that. Recordings is a nice page where I archive the virtual lesson recordings. So we have 3 virtual lessons a week. Usually I take the one I like best and I'll upload it and have it recorded and listed here so that if you miss a virtual lesson or maybe you want to go back and look at it again, you can do that. They'll all be linked here. Obviously it's empty now because we haven't had any virtual lessons yet, but they will show up as the school year gets on. All right, Zoom link. This is the link obviously to my Zoom room, to my virtual chat room. It's also linked right here, virtual room, Zoom link. They're the same thing. I have one Zoom room for all my classes, for my office hours, and my lessons. So pretty much Mr. Yen has one Zoom room. If you go in there, that's the one I'll be in. And that leads us to virtual lesson and office hour schedule right here. So we have 3 virtual lessons a week. It's the same lesson 3 times over. So maybe you can only make it 1 day a week. You can choose to go to that one. Maybe you have CPFA or USP or something like that, or a doctor's appointment, anything. That's why you have options. You can see our virtual lessons are either Wednesday at 1, Thursday at 2, or Friday at 10 a.m. Now that differs from my office hour schedule. Office hours is a time when my Zoom room is open just for you to come in and get help if you need it. You don't have to. You can shoot me an email or a Canvas message if you think that'll handle the job. But if you need some more personal attention, just pop into the Zoom room during office hours, or I can probably even help you before or after a virtual lesson. But so virtual lessons, there's a lesson that I'm presenting. Office hours is you come for help. Let's hit back to that home page real quick. For the last and perhaps most important link down here, course lessons, which is a link to the modules right here. This is the heart of the course. This is where all the pages are at. This is where all the lessons are at, and tests and assignments and all that jazz. Here's where you've uploaded your badges. These 2. So onboarding, the survey, and then that would have opened up this module, which is sort of our welcome to class, get to know you module. You're in here right now watching this video. Also today you have Meet Mr. Yund and the Introduce Yourself assignment. You see that's due on the 11th. So if you're working ahead, it might not be the 11th yet, but it could be the 11th today. Generally, each day has multiple pages. Usually there's sort of some kind of content page and then an assignment. And I try to delineate so you can see where a day begins and where a day ends with the indentations. So this is a day right here. You can see indented, and then it stops. So that's the next day, and you can see, oh, that's due on the 12th. On the next day, these pages right here, that's due on the 13th, and this the 14th, and the 15th, and so on and so forth. Then we actually get into chapter 1. We're going to actually start to learn some history. And the thing to know is I always post things 5 days out. So on your first day of school, there'll be 5 days worth of stuff to do, and you can choose to work ahead if you want. But the day stuff is due is often the day kids turn things in. But you'll figure out your rhythm as you get into the course. On the topic of chapter 1, before we get there, I need to make sure you get your textbook. It'll look something like this, has green and King Tut on the front, but your textbook, for most of you, will actually be digital. It'll be on the McGraw-Hill website. For those of you that have been here last year, you might be familiar with that. It's a website where a lot of your textbooks are online. I just need to make sure you have access to it. That's something I'll be working on this first week of school. Another important thing I want to tell you about is that I'm the primary teacher for this course, but you're going to have a substitute for a little bit because we need to hire a new history teacher in 8th grade. So I'm getting some help from Mr. Borusky. So you very well might see videos with Mr. Borusky and get messages and assignments and graded and things like that from Mr. Borusky, but I will come back to this course as soon as that new teacher is hired. I think that's pretty much all we have for our course tour. You'll be seeing a lot of me in these videos and more things. You'll be getting more information about the course as we move in here. So that's your course tour, the very basics starting. If you have any questions, please let me know or let Mr. Borusky know, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can, and we'll get into history soon. Have a good day.